Something has changed around Keelon Russell, and this time it may be happening faster than anyone expected. Just a short time ago, the biggest question at Alabama was simple. Could Russell eventually become the future of the program? Today, that question feels outdated because after national projections, growing media attention, and comments coming from inside the program, a new question is taking over. Why are expectations rising so quickly around a quarterback who has not officially been named the starter? And more importantly, what happens when attention turns into pressure? The answer may reveal the next chapter of Alabama football. For months, this story followed a familiar path. First came the recruiting hype, then came the quarterback battle, then came the insider reactions, then came the growing conversation. But now, something different is happening. The story is no longer about whether people are talking about Keelon Russell. The story is about what people are starting to expect from him, and that is a completely different level of pressure. Let's start with the first clue. Recently, national projections began treating Russell differently. One of the biggest examples came when ESPN projected him as Alabama's likely starting quarterback for the upcoming season. That projection was not an official decision. Kalen has not named a starter. The competition remains open. But something important happened the moment that projection entered the national conversation. The discussion accelerated. Suddenly, people were not debating whether Russell belonged in the conversation. They were debating what kind of quarterback he could become. And that's where things start getting interesting. Because expectations have a strange way of changing the entire environment around a player. A few months ago, Russell was viewed as a talented young quarterback with enormous upside. Now more people seem to be discussing his ceiling, his future, his potential impact on Alabama. And when conversations shift toward those topics, expectations start growing, whether anyone intends them to or not. But that was only the first signal. The second signal came from inside the building. Over the past several weeks, comments from teammates have continued drawing attention. Coleman-Williams described playing with Russell as feeling like a video game. He also talked about how much Russell has developed since arriving in Tuscaloosa. Those comments matter for a simple reason. They come from someone seeing the process every day. Not once a week, not through highlights, not through social media, every day. And when those observations are combined with the growing national attention, another question naturally appears. What exactly are people seeing that keeps generating this level of confidence? Now, let's be careful here. There are also rumors floating around Alabama circles. There are fan theories. There are social media discussions. There are people claiming momentum is shifting dramatically behind the scenes. To be clear, none of those claims have been officially confirmed. They should be treated as speculation until proven otherwise. But the existence of those conversations reveals something important. Interest is rising, curiosity is rising, expectations are rising. And that may be the biggest development of all, because expectations often begin changing before reality changes. History has shown that many major quarterback stories follow a similar pattern. First, teammates notice, then analysts notice, then fans notice, then national media notices, and eventually the pressure arrives. Not because coaches create it, not because players ask for it, but because expectations create it naturally. And this may be where the Keelon Russell story is heading next. Think about the position he now occupies. Every practice report will be analyzed. Every comment will be dissected. Every projection will be debated. Every development will receive more attention than it would have only a few months ago. That is what happens when expectations begin growing faster than the timeline itself. Now, another detail deserves attention. Kalen has consistently preached patience, competition, development, progress. His public message has remained remarkably consistent. Meanwhile, outside the program, the conversation appears to be speeding up. That creates tension. One side is saying, wait. The other side is saying, oh, what if? And right in the middle of those two forces sits Keelon Russell. Maybe the expectations are justified. Maybe they are arriving too early. Maybe another quarterback changes the story completely. Maybe fall camp reshapes everything. Those possibilities still exist, but one thing is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. The conversation around Russell is no longer the story. The expectations are becoming the story. And if expectations continue rising at this pace, the next phase may be impossible to avoid. Pressure, real pressure. The kind that changes how players are viewed, the kind that changes how every decision is interpreted, the kind that can redefine an entire quarterback battle. So now the question belongs to you. Do you believe the expectations surrounding Keelon Russell are finally catching up to his talent? Or do you think the hype is beginning to move faster than reality? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because this story is entering a completely different phase. And in the next video, we will answer the question that nobody around Alabama can avoid anymore. If expectations keep rising this fast, will the growing pressure around Keelon Russell start changing the quarterback battle itself? That answer is coming in the next chapter.